Artichokes, Variation 20, Goldberg, start, 5 minutes, go. Last time we were here, top of the second page. So 4 on the left hand on the F sharp, 4 here. Getting close. Okay, now I can start to play it at the tempo that I want to play it at, which, you know, may not necessarily be the actual tempo, but I do kind of want too fast. I'm not fully under control yet. The whole thing needs to sound easy, even though it's really not, but it has to sound easy. So we're getting close. We're getting the prosody of this piece, the overall ups and downs and the shape, but the details, the little jewels, are not quite in place. So what to do? Let's play this slowly, because slow is when you can notice where things feel a little off, and it's all about feeling. Okay, let's go. Right there. Okay. All right, slowly. Book has this actually, and then goes like this, I guess. That's an interesting fingering. That's what the book's written. 2, 3, 1. This is tricky too. You know, the thing is, sometimes it's like when you've played a piece before, or when you learn a piece, you just kind of throw in whatever fingering feels good to you in the moment when you're sight reading, and then you never actually slow down and focus on what fingering you're actually using, which is what I've just discovered here. I don't even know what fingering I'm using here. That's the thing about practicing, is you have to, when you're in the practice mode, you have to know exactly what you're doing at all times in both hands and why, so that when you get to performance time, you can shut off all of the noise and then just go with your instinct. But your instinct has to be built on something solid. It can't just be like, well, I sight read it that one time and I used that fingering then, and so it just felt good and I kept doing it. Because sometimes your first instinct when you are sight reading is not your best instinct, or like it's not the best actual fingering. I mean, how many people, when they start to trill, they think of like doing, or like this, which is okay, but like how a lot of people do this, I think, but actually this is a lot easier. Sometimes even 2/4. And a good example example of this is, I remember when I was learning the Grieg piano concerto, there's this part in the left hand that goes like this. And the whole time I had too much teaching, not enough playing. The whole time I was doing this. And then I realized, after thinking about it, that this is better 5-2, 4-1, as opposed to 5-2, 2-1. Because when you do 2-1 like this, you put your wrist in this really awkward, horrible space. But when you do this is much more natural. And the space between 2 and 4 is not that big. So when I was doing it this way, I was like hurting myself and not going very fast. And it was awkward and didn't sound good. Once I changed to this fingering, I haven't played this in a while. And then the same thing here, but I obviously haven't practiced this in a while, so my muscle memory is not as precise as it was. But anyways, the point is, you can't use the first fingering you think of, which is why you need to slow everything down and choose your fingering consciously. And then after that, you can go into unconscious once you've like got it into your muscle memory. So I realize that this measure, I haven't focused, I haven't consciously chosen a fingering. So let's take a look at what I'm doing right now. I always do this. Okay, maybe that fingering is not good. This one, okay, so the fingering they suggest is this. It doesn't feel good, but that doesn't necessarily mean we should discount it. Switch to pay attention is here. So 2, 2. Switch here to the 1. Do you want to do that? That's what they said. This part is awkward. It's a 2. That's a E minor harmonic scale. Okay, anyways, 5 minutes is up. Let's do our G major scale. Go. We already did too many of these 3 note groupings. I think my brain's gotten used to them. So let's do 4. Because if eventually you want to go to 200, this is 170. So eventually if we want to get to 200, which is our goal, our ultimate goal, 200 beats per minute. So. 1, 2, 3, 4. play that fast, all of the notes. So that's why this cluster exercise is important, because if I can do that speed in a short bit, and then if I increase the bits by one note each. So it's like first you try to do that. And the real tricky part of this is not letting your arm get stiff, because sometimes people try to force it. They're like, but no, you have to relax. Okay, so then you go to 3. Okay, I was reading Timothy Galloway's book on the inner game of tennis and thinking about how I can apply those principles to piano practice, which music is actually very athletic. So one of the principles he was talking about is how when you focus on the thing that you want to improve, you sometimes overthink it and you actually do the opposite. So for example, like instead of trying to tell yourself to hit the ball in the center of the racket, focus on the ball coming at you and notice the seams on the ball. And he says that when he does that, when people do that, they tend to actually hit the ball naturally without thinking about where it is on the racket. So with a piano, how can we do this? Like instead of thinking, I want to be fast, I want to be fast, the more you think, I want to go faster, the more you're actually hampering yourself mentally. So that's one of the reasons why we do this, like different rhythm things, because instead of thinking like the scale has to be perfect, you're just thinking 3 notes, 1, 3. So that's like thinking about accenting the 3rd note. That go before the 3rd note. So we're thinking those are weird notes. That's very modern. All fourths. Oh, I should. That's even weirder. Okay, well anyways, keep thinking about that, keep making up stuff. It's time for sight reading. Okay. Put that over here. Be careful not to jigger the tripod. Alright. Prestissimo. We are on Opus 2 number 1, Beethoven Sonata, and so reading the Prestissimo. I'm not going to play Prestissimo, obviously. Okay, we're in 2 quarter notes per measure? No, 2. I see, okay. It's 2-2. There we go. So 2 half notes per measure. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Why do I keep playing the... Anyways. we do the same pattern, but now in F minor. Here was so, 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 do, so, 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 do. Turn on the timer. Well, we did one page. I think that's good enough. Plus, I went a little bit long on the other one. But then on the other hand, this one's so close to being done. Let's just finish it. Okay? Yeah. I think I might have played some of those notes wrong. Huh? Wait. Interesting. Oh, got it. Like that. Okay. You can go to the second ending. So I guess that goes right directly into the next page. Yep, because we're not done yet. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention. I like this pattern here, which goes... I kind of like that. Like the... right hand, left hand playing the same melody with the right hand adding some filigree, so. Isn't that cool? I like that. I like that pattern. Keep that in mind. You can use that somewhere. This is okay too, over here on this page, second page. I haven't numbered all the measures, and this book doesn't automatically number measures, unfortunately. Shermer, what are you thinking? So I can only point, gesticulate on the page. I like that. I like how it's like... We're in E flat major, the relative minor. So it's like all the switching between major, minor, relative major and minor is interesting. Okay, that's it for